Yeah, you like a Jack Frost with a zesty. Get your ass on me like Victor from Despicable Me using the upside down. What are you talking about? What you got a million
The motherland, you're f***ing dead. Like, you gotta wash your back, I'm telling you.
Sorry, I'm black. I'm not gonna drink nothing.
여기서 드시면 안 돼요.
I don't drink. Here, no drink. No. Look here. 이거. I eat the ramen.
그리고
I eat the ramen.
No, Johnny, you better hope none of my people.
Johnny Somali's troubles have spiraled into a storm that seems to worsen with each passing day. Once a controversial streamer known for his outrageous antics, Johnny now finds himself at the center of a legal and social firestorm. Adding fuel to the flames, South Korean gangsters have reportedly entered the fray, issuing chilling threats against his life. With public outrage mounting and his legal battles intensifying, Johnny's situation is a chaotic mess. Could this be the breaking point for the brash and brazen streamer, or does he have a plan to escape the turmoil he's created? Let's delve into the series of events that brought him to this precarious position, starting with one of the most shocking controversies of his career. One of Johnny's most infamous acts in South Korea involved a blatant display of disrespect toward a beloved cultural memorial. The statue in question is far more than a piece of art. It stands as a powerful symbol of South Korea's resilience and a poignant reminder of the wartime struggles that shaped the nation's identity. Yet, Johnny treated it as little more than a prop for his online antics. In a live stream, he not only behaved disrespectfully near the statue, but took things a step further by kissing it, a move widely regarded as deeply offensive among locals. As his chat lit up with reactions, Johnny laughed off the outrage, oblivious or indifferent to the cultural weight of his actions. For many South Koreans, his behavior was nothing short of an insult to their heritage and a mockery of their history. But Johnny didn't stop there. At a local restaurant, his antics reached new heights, or depths. Witnesses reported seeing him throwing noodles around, blasting obnoxious music, and creating a chaotic scene that left the staff scrambling to restore order. Other guests were visibly disturbed, some even leaving before finishing their meals. To make matters worse, Johnny allegedly made racially charged comments during the incident, further escalating the tension. The backlash was swift, with authorities slapping him with multiple charges, including assault and drug-related offenses. Adding to his woes, Johnny was hit with a travel ban, ensuring he couldn't leave South Korea until his legal proceedings were resolved. If convicted, he faces a potential prison sentence of up to 10 years, followed by deportation, a punishment that would effectively ban him from ever returning to the country. The restaurant debacle, however, is just the tip of the iceberg. Authorities are also investigating other incidents, including his alleged misuse of deepfake technology and his disrespect toward cultural statues. If additional charges are brought against him, his prison sentence could extend to nearly 3 decades. It's a grim prospect, and one that suggests Johnny could remain entangled in South Korea's legal system for years to come. Amid this legal quagmire, Johnny's attempts to escape the country have only added to the drama. In a widely circulated video, he was seen outside the U.S. Embassy in Seoul brandishing a purple emergency passport. Unlike the familiar blue U.S. passport, this temporary document is issued in cases of loss or confiscation and does not override travel bans or legal restrictions. Johnny's smug demeanor in the video suggested he believed the passport was his ticket to freedom. However, legal experts quickly pointed out that his confidence was misplaced. South Korean authorities have made it clear that Johnny isn't going anywhere until his trials are concluded. As if his legal and social troubles weren't enough, Johnny has now attracted the attention of South Korea's underworld. Reports have surfaced of local gangsters issuing death threats, warning him to tread carefully, or else. In one particularly chilling message, a figure claiming to be affiliated with the Yakuza condemned Johnny's behavior, hinting at severe consequences if he didn't stop provoking people. "You've pissed off a lot of the wrong people," the man warned, implying that Johnny's actions had ruffled feathers far beyond South Korea. Another threat came from a Korean-American gangster who boldly stated that Johnny's life would be in danger no matter where he went, whether in Los Angeles or the motherland. These threats underscore the extent of the outrage Johnny has provoked, not just in South Korea, but among Korean communities worldwide. In an attempt to salvage his reputation, Johnny issued a public apology. However, the statement was widely perceived as insincere. He claimed ignorance about the cultural significance of the statue and framed his actions as misguided attempts to entertain his followers. "I didn't know what the statue represented," he said, adding, "My intention was never to hurt anyone." Yet, in the same breath, he contradicted his apology with inflammatory remarks, including a shocking statement that all Asians need to be exterminated. This egregious comment only deepened the public's disdain for him, confirming suspicions that his apology was little more than damage control. The backlash to Johnny's apology has been unrelenting. Social media platforms have been flooded with condemnation, with many questioning whether he's truly sorry or simply desperate to avoid consequences. Critics have also pointed out that his apology failed to address the full scope of his actions, glossing over the restaurant incident and his disrespect for South Korean culture. As Johnny's saga unfolds, his future looks increasingly bleak. Between the mounting legal challenges, public outrage, and the looming threats from organized crime, he finds himself in a position few would envy. His reckless pursuit of fame has backfired spectacularly, serving as a cautionary tale about the consequences of prioritizing shock value over respect and decency. Whether he faces these challenges head-on or attempts another ill-fated escape remains to be seen. One thing is certain, Johnny Somali's downfall is a stark reminder that actions have consequences, and sometimes those consequences are severe. Johnny Somali's troubles have spiraled so far out of control that it's starting to feel like a reality TV show gone horribly wrong, or maybe a true crime documentary waiting to happen. What started as a series of reckless antics for online clout has turned into a full-blown international fiasco, complete with legal battles, public outrage, and even threats from gangsters. At this point, Johnny's life seems less like a live stream and more like a crash course in how not to win friends and influence people. Buckle up, folks, because this roller coaster is far from over. Let's rewind to the moment Johnny officially crossed the line from obnoxious content creator to public enemy #1 in South Korea. It all began with that infamous statue, an emblem of national pride and resilience that holds deep meaning for Koreans. Now, most tourists might take a respectful selfie or maybe read the plaque to learn something about history. Not Johnny. No, sir. Our man decided it was a good idea to not only act disrespectfully around the statue, but to kiss it. Yes, kiss it. And not in a sweet, "oh, I admire your culture" kind of way, but in the most mocking, cringe-inducing manner possible. "Do you even know what this statue means?" asked an incredulous local. Johnny, ever the provocateur, smugly replied, "Of course I do." Spoiler, he didn't. Cue the collective gasp of an entire nation as this scene played out on his live stream. For South Koreans, his actions were like spitting on a national treasure. And for Johnny's viewers, well, they ate it up, laughing and egging him on. Because who needs common sense when you have internet clout, right? But Johnny didn't stop there. Oh no, this was just the warm-up act. Next on his chaotic tour of disrespect was a local restaurant, where he went full toddler mode, tossing noodles like confetti, blasting obnoxious music, and creating a scene that left both staff and diners flabbergasted. Picture this: a grown man hurling food while shouting nonsensical phrases, with waitstaff scrambling to clean up after him. The pièce de résistance, a series of racially charged remarks that had even his most loyal fans cringing. If you're wondering how to alienate an entire community in record time, Johnny just wrote the handbook. Unsurprisingly, the South Korean authorities were quick to step in, slapping him with charges ranging from public disturbance to racially offensive behavior. And let's not forget the cherry on top, Johnny's attempt to weasel his way out of the country with an emergency U.S. passport. Clutching the purple booklet like it was a golden ticket to freedom, he swaggered outside the U.S. Embassy, grinning as if he'd just won the lottery. Spoiler alert again, he hadn't. Travel bans don't magically disappear because you wave a shiny passport around. If the legal troubles weren't enough, Johnny's antics have also put him on the radar of South Korea's underground crime scene. Yes, you read that right. Local gangsters and even some international figures have taken notice. One particularly menacing threat came from a high-ranking individual who claimed ties to the Yakuza, warning Johnny that his actions had angered the wrong people. "You mess with us, you mess with the elites," the gangster growled in a chilling video. It's the kind of threat that makes even the boldest influencers reconsider their life choices. Well, most influencers. Not Johnny, apparently. Meanwhile, a Korean-American gangster chimed in from the US, issuing a warning so vivid it could have been ripped straight from a Quentin Tarantino script. "If you're within 20 meters of me, you better watch your back," he snarled. The message? Johnny's antics haven't just ruffled feathers in South Korea. They've sparked outrage across the Korean diaspora. At this point, it seems like the only people Johnny hasn't offended are his die-hard fans, and even they are starting to look a little uneasy. And then there's the apology, or whatever you want to call that half-hearted, tone-deaf statement Johnny released. Standing in front of the camera with all the sincerity of a used car salesman, he mumbled something about not understanding the statue's significance. "I was just trying to entertain, you know," he said, flashing an awkward grin. Entertain? Sure, if your idea of fun is insulting an entire nation and dodging mob threats. But wait, it gets worse. Just when you thought Johnny might actually be capable of remorse, he went and torched any remaining goodwill by declaring that all Asians need to be exterminated. Yes, he actually said that. If his apology was the nail in the coffin, this statement was the bulldozer flattening the grave. Social media erupted with fury, with thousands calling for his permanent cancellation. At this point, even his most loyal defenders are jumping ship faster than rats on a sinking vessel. As Johnny's legal battles drag on, the possibility of a 29-year prison sentence looms large. And let's not forget the potential deportation and lifetime ban from South Korea that could follow. For someone who thrives on attention, this might be the ultimate punishment. A long, quiet stint behind bars with no Wi-Fi and no audience. Will Johnny learn his lesson and emerge a changed man? Or will he double down on his antics, turning his jail time into yet another twisted chapter in his saga? Only time will tell. For now, Johnny Somali's story stands as a cautionary tale of what happens when clout chasing goes horribly, hilariously, and tragically wrong. What do you think? Does Johnny deserve a second chance, or has he burned every bridge possible? Let us know your thoughts, and stay tuned for the next episode of Johnny Somali: How to Lose Friends and Alienate People, International Edition.